Hey everyone, good morning. Jeremiah Krakowski here for another live session. Listen, where is your awareness focused? Where do you have your vision focused? Where are you looking? Are you looking to the left, to the right, at other people, at what's going on? Is it focused on what I can get from other people? Listen, this isn't talking about your visual eyes. I'm talking about in your spirit and who you are inside of your mind, inside of your consciousness. Where is your awareness focused? Are you so tired of struggling? Or are you focused on where you're going? Are you focused on what you are creating? My dogs are barking downstairs. Somebody's at the door, so no worries. We don't get our awareness off just because things around us go differently than we expected. See, that's the thing. Are you so aware of just your surroundings, whatever comes into the left and to the right, and, oh, I want to get the praise from other people. I'm worried about what other people think about me, so I have to do everything so perfect, or I have to validate my self-worth to other people, or do you keep your focus forward on where you're going? Are you so focused on yourself and what you get, yourself and how you feel, that you're neglecting your family, your household, that you're neglecting your own spiritual growth? Where is your awareness focused? Are you so focused on the things that you can't control that you're neglecting the things that you've actually been assigned to do? Are you so focused on helping create this vision that you lose focus for the people that are in your life? Are you so focused on where you're going that you miss where you are right now? Or are you so focused on what happened to you in the past that you miss the future that you're headed into? We have to bring our awareness and our focus out of just what we see up here and into the world outside of us, and then keep moving forward. Raise your awareness to a higher level than just what you are experiencing, what you're feeling, what your physical body says, what your emotions say. Are you sad? Are you happy? Are you letting the thoughts that come through your head rule you? Are you letting the fear and worry of potential situations that haven't happened yet dictate your life? Or are you creating your life and choosing, hey, listen, I'm going to focus here and I'm going to focus here? Or are you letting your focus be thrown off track based on what's happening around you? Okay? Where is your awareness focused? And this is the question that I asked on this post. This is something that a lot of people mentally disconnect from when they're asked this question. And there's actually, if I look at the statistics on this video, very few people got to this point in this video because their awareness was drawn off track to other things. As I was saying it, they were disconnecting from that. Don't disconnect. Focus. Look at and answer that question. Is your awareness focused on how I can get praise and affirmation from other people to validate my self-worth, to validate that I'm on the right track? Or is my awareness focused on, listen, this is where I'm headed. I'm going to stay faithful to what I'm focused on, to the assignment that I've been given, to the plan that I've written down, to the goals that I've written down, to the goals that I've said this is where I'm going? Or am I drawn off track to the next shiny object that comes in front of you? Are you like a fluttering butterfly that loses its focus, or do you stay laser focused on where you're going? Listen, sometimes we can stay so laser focused on where we're going that we're actually missing what is going on around us. I get that. But sometimes we can be so focused on where we're going that we're not even aware of what's right in front of us. You see, it's like it goes in and out. A lot of times people will focus on one or the other. They're so focused on the world around them that they miss what's right in front of them. Or they're so focused on what's right in front of them that they absolutely miss everything around them. And you have to bring your awareness to where you can focus on both what's right in front of you and what's around you, and stay faithful with self-control, with purpose, with intentionality. not based on how you feel, not based on the physical emotions, not based on hormones or chemicals or adrenaline or fear or worry or doubt or guilt or potential scenarios. You need to not be so focused on the vision that we miss the relationship that's going on and what we've already been assigned to. We need to not strive in our own strength to bring it to fruition, but instead allow it to materialize and allow the process to go one step in front of the other. Are you somebody that's been spinning around in circles on the same hamster wheel, wondering why you can't break through to that next level? I would be willing to bet that it is because of one of these two things. That in that area, you're either so focused on where you're headed that you miss what's around you, or you're focusing on what's around you that doesn't matter so much that you're missing what's right in front of you. And so you have to ask yourself this, and I pray this myself, and I ask this. I say, God, show me what I'm missing. Fill the gaps that my own personal self-strength consciousness is struggling with, and help make me strong where I am weak. And so this is a prayer that you can do every single day. Even in those moments of weakness, even if you're like, okay, I don't know what to do. Now, don't get so stuck in the praying, I have a tendency to do this, that we then get so stuck in, this, and we're not even focused on what's in front of us. It's the same side, it's the other side of the same bad coin. Have God fill you with His strength, and then go after the assignment that He's given you. Stay faithful to it. Don't neglect the process. Don't neglect what's already in front of you because you're so focused on what's on the other side. And don't let what's already in front of you, maybe limiting beliefs, fear, potentials, keep you from going to the other side. You see, a lot of times when we're missing the focus and we're not focused on what our assignment is, we actually usually will have a belief system in our mind that is in front of that thing that we're assigned to. And we allow that thing to control us. And so because of that, we're so focused on what's around us and we're missing focus on our assignment. And yet, often, we're then looking into the future and comparing what hasn't come to pass out of a lack mindset instead of operating in abundance, and we allow that fear of never having enough to dictate our footsteps. And this is doing it in our own strength. This is doing it on our own and believing I know more than God does. So I don't need God to help me with this. I don't need God to help me do this. And we get stuck in this belief system that we can do it all on our own. And then we're so focused on the vision that we don't care who we bulldoze over, who we plow down, who we hurt in the process. Because the vision is so focused and we're missing what's right in front of us, the assignment. We're so focused on the higher vision, the destiny that we're headed after, that we miss the very thing that we're called to be faithful with. Oftentimes it's our friends, family, sphere of influence that's immediately around us that we have an impact with because we're focused on the greater level. And the flip side, we're so focused on the fear that's internal that we don't look past that to where we're going, to where our assignment is. And so there has to be a coming together of these two things and bringing your focus into what am I called to do, what is my purpose, what is my destiny, and pointing the map of your compass to true north. You see, if I looked at in Austin, Texas, I want to go to In-N-Out Burger, okay? Or Rudys BBQ. There's 5 different locations in town. Let's say that my wife is at the location in North Austin, but I don't know which one she's at. So I go to the one in South Austin, and it takes me 2 hours to go back and backtrack to the North place. But at least I ended up at In-N-Out, or at least I ended up at Rudys BBQ. You see, this is what this is like. I'm so focused on that I didn't take the time to ask my wife, hey, what's the address of where you're at? I just showed up at the one that I thought it was, because that was my vision, and I wasn't focused on, wow, I just wasted 2 hours because I thought I knew better. And this silly example is what we often do with the vision and the purpose of our life, because A, we don't know where we're starting from, and we don't know where we're going, and we don't know what stops to make along the way. And so this is what I encourage you to do, is just pray. Just ask God, God, show me and direct my footsteps. Direct, like a GPS, a compass, where I'm going, where I'm headed. Create that roadmap and that GPS to my destiny, and help me find where I'm going. Don't let me get off track, because in my own strength, I get off track. And then keep going forward. I'm going to be the first one to admit this, that I'm one of the absolute guiltiest of this, getting off track and focusing too big on the big vision, that I get off track on what my assignment is right in front of me. But no longer. This is not acceptable. This is not okay. We have to stop relying on our own strength to go after where we're going, and trust and believe that nobody can take better care of me than Dad. I got that quote from Jim Baker. He said that. Nobody can take better care of me than Dad. And trust and believe and fall into the arms of that grace. Now, a lot of times people make this like, oh, well, that only applies to things in church, or that only applies to personal stuff. That doesn't apply to business or making money or building a business. It does apply to business. It applies to all of that. It's not one or the other. They are not separated realms that you have to come into and out of. They are one together, because you are both physical and spiritual. You are not separate from either of those things. And so today, trust and pray and believe that God will direct your footsteps where you're going, and ask Him to help you. I'm going to leave in the comments below as well. I did a podcast episode called Roadmap to Your Destiny, where I take a whole hour and I break this down to help you build a strategy of where you're starting from, your identity, what your purpose is. It's a framework to identify it. I can't tell you what that is, but it's a mental model that you can use in prayer to find that, and then build a strategy to reach that. And it's the first 2 to 3 steps on the roadmap to your destiny to start to point that compass in the right place. So I'm going to leave that in the comments at the bottom of this post, in the description. Check it out. I think it's going to really bless you, and we'll talk soon.